Hi beautiful souls. Today I will be sharing a little light on dimensions. The reason I want to mention this is really I just want to talk about the third, fourth and fifth very briefly. And that's because often people wonder, well, which dimension am I in? And I see this in a lot of forums. Oh, which dimension am I in? Am I in the third? Am I in the fourth? Am I in the fifth? And the easiest way that you can know this for yourself, obviously, is to go within and to consult with your inner guidance system, because that's always the first port of call. But if you don't want to go within, or if you're still developing a relationship with your highest self, so that you're getting that clear knowing back, whether it might be just coming from here, I mean, it comes from all senses, that knowing. You can always look around you. So we always have the external, because things begin internally for us from our thoughts and how we are experiencing our life, and then that sends out an energy which then creates the world around us. So if you look around you and you know that you're awake, but you're still having issues, you're still having dynamics of interest amongst friends, family, co-workers, people out on the street, if you're still having some challenges, then you may be still in the third, or it may be that you are in the fourth. So in the fourth, you still very much do experience challenges, and you still have to resolve any karmic issues and be sure not to create any more. This is why it's so important to be present. Now, somebody who is sleepwalking through life, and believe me, there's lots of people like that, they are in a fear mode, doing what they're told to do, not sovereign whatsoever, you know, reading the newspapers, believing everything they read. You know the types. And no judgment here. They are most certainly in the third. And again, no judgments here, because it doesn't really matter. It's not like it's important, and it's not like it's a race, and it's not a competition. If somebody's in the fourth, then they are actively working through their stuff. They're actively aware, and they are doing what they feel is best in order to transcend the density that they are currently holding within. And it doesn't happen all at once, because sometimes we press things down so much over years, layers upon layers upon layers, cloaks and cloaks, masks. Very tiring, all of that cloaking and masking that we do over the years. And it takes time, linear time, or it can take an incredibly precise awareness to just be able to shift it all in one go. Some people can. That's why sometimes you hear of people going into comas and coming out and just being a different person. So their highest self, it's like, oh goodness, the best thing we can do is just go to sleep for a bit and just sort this out. Because when you're in your dream state, there's no resistance. And this is where humans get it all fuddled up, is that they create resistance in their waking state. They're walking around, and then they have another thought, and then that thought creates another karma. But once you enter the fifth dimension, karma no longer exists, because that is a frequency that isn't compatible with the frequency of the fifth dimension. So you first of all have to get that off that wheel that you're creating of, like, you know, if somebody says something not nice, or if, you know, like how many times you might walk along and say good morning and somebody doesn't reply. Well, the awakened person will just smile and not be bothered by that. The person that still has some issues to work through will take umbrage with that and be like, oh goodness, why don't they say good morning? And then create a karma, because then they create karma for themselves. So, and that's just a tiny little thing, that's just a very small example. So you've got to be very present when you're walking around and you're in that fourth dimensional state. And if you are actively embracing higher ways, more expansive ways of living and loving, to align and be compatible with the fifth dimension, then I really suggest lovingly that you consult with your higher self each day and live from that place through your heart portal, living from your highest self. The more that you do this, the smoother your path will be, and resolve your karma, resolve your stuff. Don't go creating more. So you want to be very present. Take time to rest, to meditate, to do everything that gets you really relaxed and really calm and really focused in an awareness of what is happening around you, so that when you enter a conversation, because you can't avoid other people, you have to interact with other people. You can't just avoid them. It would be so easy for everyone if they were just to go up a mountain, meditate for a year and come back down. You know, that's very easy in a way, but you still have to be able to deal with other people. And if you can't have a conversation with somebody else and not get pulled into drama, even just by like agreeing with something but not really agreeing, just to sort of appease them, then you're creating karma. So you want to be so aware that you're speaking your truth, but with love. You don't have to be unkind. But this is what sovereignty is about. It's about being truthful to who you are as a person, as a human in this now, but as a multi-dimensional being of light, existing in multiple different places all at once. And right now, here in this now, to create more love around you, then one of the things that you can do is keep going within, keep going within, keep going within, because you are love. That's the truth of who everyone is. We are all beautiful beings of light, love. And when fear comes in, then we create polarity, and that's where things get squiffy. And that can be transcended. Everything is easy. Just keep creating that. Keep creating that it is all easy. So that's my share for today. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Probably if you're watching this, you are in the 4th dimension. But who am I to say? You go and speak to your highest self and find the wisdom there. And remember, this is not a competition. This is not a race. This is about bringing more light and more love into this experience. Because when we shift within ourselves to become more loving, we assist all that surrounds us. And we are one. We are one together with all. And so we are assisting the collective when we look after and when we nourish and when we expand our beingness. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments section below. Please like, subscribe and share. And my name is ZsaZsa. I thank you all. Peace and love.